Hello all, myself Professor Bhagyashree Lachwani from Ahmedabad Institute of Technology, CE Department. In this lecture, we will cover a topic software re-engineering, reverse engineering and forward engineering for the subject software engineering. So first of all, we will try to understand what is software re-engineering. See, the re-engineering word is indicating a meaning, that means whenever the update of the software is available, that means whenever we have to keep a track according to the current market situation without impacting the functionalities that is already available in the current version. That means suppose we are using any of the software and or application, and any update of the software or application is introduced in the market, that means whatever functionalities we are already using, that we will use as it is, but some bugs or some additional functionality that can be added in the newer version. That means whenever the update of the software is required, that means it is the process of re-engineering. In the re-engineering process, the design can be changed and the programs are rewritten. That means it may happen that previously some bugs will be there, or some additional functionalities we are including. So generally in the process re-engineering, the design is changed of the software and the programs are rewritten. Now just take an example. Suppose some legacy software is there. That means if we are using the legacy software, so but obvious it does not keep tuning with the current latest technology that is available in the market, because legacy is not according to the up-to-date version. So that means if our hardware will become obsolete, that means updating of the software will be the very headache for us, because we are using the legacy software. Just take an example. Previously when the Unix was introduced in the market, the Unix was implemented in the assembly language, because at that time the C language was not introduced. But when after that this language C was introduced in the market, so Unix was rewritten in the C language. That means it is a re-engineering of the Unix will be there using the C language. What is the need for that? Because the working of the assembly language is very much difficult, and compare with that, C is a very much user friendly. That means it is easier compared to the assembly language. Another example we can say, suppose we are using any of the software, so it may require that some of the software parts are not needed much maintenance and some of the software parts are needed much higher maintenance. So the re-engineering of some parts of the software, that we will require to maintain at a very high basis. That means the maintenance of some parts of the software will require on a higher priority. So we will do the re-engineering for some parts that require the maintenance more. So these two examples can be understood by the re-engineering of the process. Now we will see how the connected of forward engineering, reverse engineering or re-engineering will be there. Just here it is in the picture, it is given the flow. That means previously we are having the existing of the software. After that we will apply the reverse engineering, then the restructuring of the program or any application or software will be there. After that forward engineering, and then reverse engineering, re-engineering, sorry. So that means if you have noticed, reverse engineering will be the first phase and after that the forward will be there. That means previously the phase of reverse engineering will be there and after that the forward engineering will be there. This will be clear to you at the end of this lecture. Now we will do these steps, these all the processes one by one in the detail. First we will consider what is re-engineering processes, or in simple words, what are the steps included in the re-engineering process. So generally 5 steps will be included in the re-engineering. Very first is decide. That means what we have to re-engineer. It may happen that we require whole software to be re-engineered, or we want some only part of the software to be re-engineered. That means first step in the re-engineering is we have to decide which part or either as a whole software we have to re-engineer. Once we are clear about what we have to re-engineer, now the second step is performance. Okay, that means reverse engineering in order to obtain the specifications of the existing software, whatever existing software we are having available. So just apply the reverse engineering. So in order to obtain the specification, whatever specifications are available to us, that should be maintained as it is, and any additional specifications should be included in that. After that, restructuring of the program. That means already we are having the program written, but we want some modifications in it. That means if it is required, it may happen that suppose previously we are having the functional oriented programs, now we will need it in the object oriented. So just convert the function oriented programs into the object oriented program. That means restructuring of the program will be the third step in the re-engineering. The fourth step is once we are clear about the programs, after that the next step is restructuring of the data. Once we have restructured our program, that means if it is required to restructure our data as well, that means we have to restructure the data. Once the restructuring of the program is done, restructuring of the data is done, we have applied the reverse engineering, we have decided where we have to perform the re-engineering. That means actually apply the forward engineering. That means in order to get the reverse re-engineering of our product or software. Now we will see what is reverse engineering. Till now we have discussed about re-engineering. Now what is reverse? Always remember, reverse engineering and re-engineering are not the same processes. Re-engineering we have already discussed. Now the next term is reverse engineering. It is actually a process to achieve the system specifications by analyzing and understanding the existing system. That means this process is actually reverse of the SDLC, software development life cycle. Just take an example. If we are previously aware about the higher abstraction level, just take an example, some new software is in hands of the designer that is not aware about the design of our software. That means if the coding is given to the person, so what he or she will do, after observing the coding, he or she will guess what will be the designing of the system will be there. That means how we have done the work, we have done the work for the reverse form. That means here we will try to get the higher abstraction level by analyzing the lower abstraction level. Whatever process is given to us, just take an example in the software development life cycle. First designing will be there, after that coding will come. But here once we are having a coding, so from coding we have to guess what will be the designing of that. That means what we are doing, ultimately we are going from in the reverse order, so the name is given as the reverse engineering. Just take an example, an existing system in previously implemented design will be there. That means the designer is known about nothing what the designing will be there. So what he will do just apply the reverse engineering. That means by looking on the code, he will try to get a design. Suppose on the other hand he is having a design, so what will be the other assumptions, that means the other phases of the software life cycle that will be done. That means we will go in the higher abstraction level by just analyzing the lower abstraction levels of the process. That means if we will see the diagram, so initially we are having the existing software, then we will apply the reverse engineering, and by applying the reverse engineering from the existing software, we can aware about the program specifications. Once we are not having the specifications, but by applying the reverse engineering with this diagram, it can be shown by applying the reverse engineering from the existing system, we can assume these are the specifications of our program. Now the next term is program restructuring. See, restructuring and reconstructing of the program will be applied to the existing system. Now re-engineering can be in the source code, it can be either, that is just take an example, suppose we are having a one software. Now re-engineering, if we are applying on the source code, it can be either in the same language, suppose we want some other coding, or it can be applied from one language to another language. That means the re-engineering can be from one language to another, or it can be from one part of the program to another part. That means this restructuring can have either source code restructuring, or it can have the data restructuring, or it can have the both. That means either we have to change the source code, and with that simultaneously the data restructuring can be there. That means the restructuring, it will not affect the functionality of the software. First of all, this is a very much important concept. That means restructuring can be of software code or a data, but it will not impact the functionality of the software, but it is only for the purpose of improving the reliability and the maintainability of the software. So the restructuring of the software will be main impact is for improving the reliability and maintainability of our software. Now once we are clear about the re-engineering, reverse engineering, restructuring of the data. Now the important phase is here as the forward engineering. What is forward engineering? In the software engineering and in the forward engineering, basically these two terms are same, but what is the actually difference between these two? In the forward engineering, we have to assume that previously some software engineering already done in the past. That means we will assume here that the software engineering is already applied to the product or application or the software in the past. Now what we have to do in the forward engineering, it is the process of obtaining the direct software specification in hand, which were brought down by means of the reverse engineering. That means, just take an example, software engineering is same as forward engineering, but what is the actually difference between the software engineering and the forward engineering? The only difference is that the forward engineering is carried out only after the reverse engineering. That means, which diagram we have discussed in the initial, before applying the reverse engineering we cannot do the forward engineering. Okay, hope these words and topics are clear to you. Thank you.